This is my '07 Silverado extended cab. It's got a 5'8" bed, like a crew cab truck would have. I've had it now for almost 5 years, and it's about on its last leg. So I'm gonna tear it apart and redo the whole entire thing slowly. But I just kind of wanted to make a video and go through the whole process, kind of document it. I mean, there's really nothing out there when I was trying to look years ago for just seeing people build this stuff. It's, you know, for the most part, just really high-end stuff that no one else can afford. So I kind of wanted to make something that, you know, the average person could do. One of the biggest reasons why I'm tearing it apart is it's got a 5.3 and it's been cammed. I cammed it about 3 years ago, and when I originally got the truck, the motor was kind of not in good shape. It had water in it, and so I just threw a cheap Chinese cam in it just to kind of see what it would do, and it's done great, but it's got really low oil pressure now, and the 706 heads that are on it, they're the Castech heads, which are known to crack, and my driver's side head has cracked, and the motor's just really wore out. So I just kind of figured that it's time to redo it, put in another motor, and while I was at it, I just kind of wanted to redo the whole truck. Overall, the truck's honestly pretty clean. When I got it, it had a lot of peeling, so I had sanded out and just primed all the spots, but I didn't really even fix anything. And for the most part, like, that's a problem, but I hit a mailbox with that. I mean, it's got scratches ran down it, and it is starting to rust, but I mean, it's got a good bed. And overall, I mean, it's a clean truck, but it's had a rough life. So really, for the most part, one of the main things I want to do starting out would be to get the motor out. But since I want to redo the whole entire truck, I'm going to pull off the fenders, because I'm going to get new fenders. I'm going to keep the hood, but obviously the hood will come off. Pretty much I'm going to pull off just the whole front clip, get the motor out so I can get the whole front end cleaned up, redo the wiring, you know, all that kind of stuff. I just want to clean up the whole engine bay area. So that's kind of what my first steps are going to be. As you can see, it's pretty rough. Looks like crap. I've just really never done anything with it besides put a cam in it and just, I guess, basic maintenance. But really don't even have to do that because it leaks so much oil. Just pour some oil in, and that's really all that's ever needed. I'll put a video of it running, but I have a sleeping child right now, and I'm not waking a sleeping baby because it is extremely loud. It's an X-pipe with true dulls out the back. It's pretty loud. So really what I want to do first is I'm probably going to pull the grill, I'll pull the bumper, headlights, all that. I'll get all that off, and then I'll pull the hood, and then start getting the fenders and stuff off. So really, for the most part, like, I'm not gonna really go in depth with how to pull out a grill or headlights or stuff like that. I'm tearing down a whole entire truck and redoing it all. If you can't pull out a grill and headlights, you probably shouldn't be attempting to redo a whole entire truck. But like there's more in-depth things that people don't know, and I'll try to be more detailed with that stuff. But for the most part, the simple stuff I'm just gonna kind of skip over. There's no need in going over silly stuff like that. So one thing I will say before anyone wonders, I do have a good idea what I'm doing. I've had like probably 30 of these trucks. Like this is one of the only things I ever own, and I've done just about anything you could possibly do to one of these trucks besides completely redo one from start to finish. And I have done body work for 5 years now, so I do also have an idea what I'm doing there. I've just not done everything all at once. So I at least have some credentials to what I'm saying. Next thing I gotta do is pull the fenders off and the hood. So you got a bolt here, 2 bolts there, 2 more bolts back there, and then you got 1, 2 behind the door, 1 down there. You'll have the inner fender to take out, another bolt there. You gotta pull this off, the fuse box, battery tray, and then it's pretty much the same thing for the other side besides the overflow tank and then the intake. Definitely don't recommend taking a hood off by yourself, but if you ain't got no help, it's doable. Just be careful. fenders are off now. All we really got left is the core support. Got to drain the fluid, and I'm gonna take it all off as just one complete assembly. I'll tear it apart later because I do want to obviously clean it all up, and I want to paint the core support, but just for ease of getting it off, I'm gonna just take it off all as one. One thing I did want to mention, these quick connects right here, up here and down there, they got this little cover. You pop that off, and there's just a little clip that you can pop out. Be careful, it will go flying, but you can then just pull the line out, and you don't have to take off the whole entire bung itself. Right here, you can see this. There's a 10 right here. That's the last bolt that holds on the computer. The other ones were with the battery tray. Take this off and then the computer will come off. It's a little hard to see. And that's it. So everything's off. Core support's out, fenders, hood, all that. Just a motor, ready to pull out. I mean, obviously, I'll pull the wiring harness out with the motor more than likely. There'll be a few little things here and there I'll clean up, but for the most part, it's really ready to come out. One day later this week, I'm gonna pull out the motor and get that ready. And then after that, I gotta clean up the frame, all that, just get it ready so I can get it painted. I'm gonna do the front half first, and then I'll probably do the back half as I go. But really, that's about it. So I'm gonna call it here. I'm done. That's about everything I was wanting to get done for today. And it's dark, so I'm not really gonna worry about anything else. I guess this is part one. If you wanna watch another part, I'm gonna keep making another part because I really just wanna kind of document this so I can have it for myself. But if you have any suggestions or anything I did or didn't do, let me know, and I'll have another video out at some point.